no, I'm being surrounded and strangled by bittersweet. Whatever can I do? I'm not really being strangled by bittersweet. This isn't even bittersweet, it's my Arctic kiwi vine. But I couldn't resist that as a funny opening. Because, as many of you may know, I've talked about it often enough, bittersweet is the nemesis of me here at Bunny Hall. It vines and chokes everything out. Now, it's really, really lovely, particularly this time of the year, as the berries turn to this beautiful golden yellow of late summer, and then as early autumn begins, they pop open and become this brilliant orange. So they make lovely autumnal wreaths and decorations. But really, I'm just fighting it constantly. And another nemesis of mine here at Bunny Hall is in the name, bunnies. Though it's named after the matriarch bunny herself, bunnies and rabbits are my second nemesis. What the vines don't choke out, the bunnies eat and devour. So what can I do but take these two nemesi, whatever the plural of nemesis is, the bittersweet and the bunny, and use it in a decorative motif for the house. And as we've decided to play in the boathouse and make it into our fun little sort of bijou cottage tiny house to make over, I figure it would be great to trial wallpapers there. So today, one thing I'm going to be sharing with you is the current sketch and first beginnings of my latest or newest wallpaper, which will be Bunnies and Bitersweet. And then that may be mainly what I show you today. However, it is technically Floral Friday, so I may be doing a floral arrangement. So I think I'll start on my sketch and we'll see where the mood takes me, and then we'll see where we've ended up. All right, let's get started with today's video. A commenter rightly noted that perhaps the tape and the rope on our new vintage stove, Bessie, might harm it. So this is a quick little time lapse of me taking that off. I unpacked some of the stove, but I didn't want to unpack all of it because I still want to keep some of it protected. And today we're going to work on a new section, a new corner of the boathouse, and then I'm going to share the sketch for the Bunnies and Bittersweet wallpaper I'm currently working on. Let's get started. So for today's video, I thought I'd share another little bit of the boathouse, which is another little messy corner. And you can see the sun is coming in quite brightly, so I'm not sure how well the camera is going to pick it up. And actually, this bit of funny kitchen cabinetry is only here because I had to slide it here the other day when we were having the stove delivered, because it was set right where I wanted the stove to live. So this had a funny old sofa in it that I had to push to the side, and I slid this here, so this is not going to stay here. But in my new plan of tidying as I go, and then trying to make it pretty until I decide what to do next, I think today we are going to clean this out. And you can see on the top here, I've been using it for chicken feed because there's my chicken's favorite thing. They love these things. My gosh, as soon as they hear this, they come running. And then down here, and I have to pick this up. Look, I had a spill this morning. These are my chicken feeds and some soil, and of course, no home is complete without mothballs and a garden fork and a creepy doll I made at some point. Just random little bits and bobs. But overall, this wall isn't that bad because it still has things hung up from when we used to use this house. The curtains have seen better days and the old shades are pretty bad. And just to give you perspective, the other section I showed you, which is the corner, our corner we did over here is in the opposite corner. So if we turn back this way, then this little corner we're going to address is as you come in through the sliders, and oh boy do I hate sliding doors. I really, really loathe sliders, and this house and property is full of them. This little section we're dealing with today is the first little section as you come in, which is why it has really become much of a catch-all for my chicken things, because my chickens are right outside and my quail, and it's easy and nice to keep things in this dry room so I can come and get their feed, and there's water in here so I get their water and such. But let's just do a quick little time lapse and cleanup of this little section of the boathouse.
Autumn with her serenade, Let the years come and go, I still feel the glow that time cannot fade. When I hear that lovely autumn serenade. Autumn serenade.
I couldn't resist. We cleaned out just the tiniest little area here in the boathouse, another little section. But if we were going to be doing it, I had to have a little bit of fun. And now I know it isn't even autumn. Well, it is autumn, but it isn't even October. But I couldn't help it. I had to break out the squash and pumpkins. But I did a lovely little quick arrangement. It is Floral Friday. Just cut a few coneflowers, some guara and some wild grass and some Russian sage. It smells wonderful too. And it does smell like autumn. And just little things like hang that little mini globe ornament and cut some bittersweet, my nemesis, and also a part of today's video. And I love as the yellow starts to pop and you get that orange. Orange and blue are such lovely colors together. And now this wall is actually a bookshelf we built as a divider a long time ago. And then we put I had some extra paneling lying around and I just actually put that on last spring and painted the top. And that's as far as it got, and I never put any trim or anything, but somehow I must have known in the back of my head that I was going to have a YouTube channel and we were going to have fun making over this boathouse into a fun cottage. Now, is the rest of the boathouse still a mess? Yes. Are there still corners here I'd be loath to show you correctly right now? Yes. But that doesn't matter because now we've done 2 corners of the boathouse. We straightened it up, and how my mind works, possibly it's the cart before the horse or the romantic artist in me, I can't help. But as I clean a little spot, even if there's still more of a mess somewhere to deal with, I can't help where I clean, I need to decorate right then and there. Even if it's just a little pot of flowers or a potted plant, I need to do it. So, all right, let's get on to another part of this video. Oh, it sounds like a boat's going by. So now for Bunnies and Bittersweet, or Bittersweet and Bunnies. Here I am showing some basic layout for my wallpaper design. Now, these are very early stages of sketches. I make a gridwork pattern and I start playing with placement of vines. In this case, it's vines because I want it to feel very like enrapturing or tendrils, as that's how I feel about the bittersweet. And I'm sketching in the bunnies. I figured a trio of bunnies would be a good repeat. And then here I'm just playing with watercolor to try out colors. Now what's good about this is once I finish the final piece, of course I can have the colorways changed as often as I like, just because once something is done I can put it into Photoshop and change colorways. But I'm thinking of a green ground with blues and then possibly the hydrangeas that I've sketched in as well as part of it to be possibly shades of pink for the boathouse. And if I were to use this in Bunny Hall, the main house, I might make the berries yellow. I haven't decided. But now to show the next phase is I'll go in at this phase and choose like just a little section, pinpoint a section of the wallpaper, and I'll start using more colored pencil and thing to kind of outline to decide how I'm going to eventually ink it, because it will eventually be digitally inked, and then we'll have watercolor or pastels as the coloring of the ground and the images. So this is just how I go in and play with just a little section, and I'll do this with each little section of the rabbits and all the details of the vines. But I just really wanted to show that this is how I start out designing something on this scale. And I used to make more wallpaper designs as well, even to use as backgrounds for some of my animal and chairs, which I should share some of those in my next vlog possibly. But in this case, because I'm so excited about us working on making over the boathouse into our fun cottage, our fun studio, our little bijou hangout, the first thing I wanted to do was try out my Bunnies and Bittersweet wallpaper, because I think we should use it in this building, and what a great way to start out. So, all right, well, that's me sharing the stage of drawing for the wallpaper thus far. I guess we will close out the video, and I will see you over the weekend, and I'll see you on Monday as well. Let's get to the next phase of the video. That will do it for us today, and we are closing here in the boathouse. Since we were working on wallpaper for the boathouse, I'm pretty excited about how it's starting. It is just in the sketching stage, but the good thing about when it's finished, if I want to have it in different colorways, it's quite easy to change it. And I really do think here in the boathouse, having the berries of the bittersweet be in possibly a pink shade. Like I want to share, possibly on Monday I might be sharing the paint color ideas I'm coming up with out here. I really want the colors of the sea, blue and gray and green, but I thought little touches of pink, but like seashell pink would be fun. So out here, since we'll be trialing the bittersweet and bunnies wallpaper out here, I thought having the berries, having it possibly have a green ground, or I mean a blue background with green vines. I think the bunnies would probably be blue, and then the berries could be pink. And if I like the way the wallpaper looks and how it performs, then when I redo the kitchen in the main house someday, when I can afford that, I think I might use that wallpaper there as well. And then have the bittersweet, in that case, be yellow, because I really thought in that main kitchen I still wanted the blue and gray and green tones, and I wanted the accent color to be yellow. So out here we'll trial it with blue, gray, green, with the accent being pink, I think, because I really think that seashell pink will really do justice to our 1950s stove. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's vlog, and I will see you over the weekend in the chats and on any social media, and of course I will see you again on Monday. All right, well, thanks for joining me here at An Artist's Life, and remember to stay creative. Cheers! Let's close out today's video with some lovely waves on the shore.